before, with the indulgence of Congressman Benny. Congressman Benny. Anyway, Sir Wilkins, doon sa narration ni Jed, tama po ba na nung, of course, again, you will not remember the exact date, but dito, tandaan ni Jane, nung January 4, 2005, inimbitahan niyo daw si Jane, si Jed, at saka sa opisina niyo.
Hindi ko ma-remember yung
Oh,
date.
yung date. Pero,
Basta
but you
inimbitahan
confirm.
siya.
But you confirm.
Na ininbitahan siya sa
Oh, yeah.
office. I don't know the date, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Now, second, is it correct na nag-sign siya ng waiver?
I don't know, Mr. Chair.
Why?
Hindi para sa akin yung Mr. Chair. I have my investigator.
No, but you're the head.
Hindi na usually
Ay, Sir Wilkins. Maglulukuhan ba tayo dito?
no, Mr. Chair. Kasi sa akin, Mr. Chair.
Project mo yon.
Yes, Mr.
Oh,
Chair.
ngayon, kinuha niyo yung subject, yung supposedly suspect, without a warrant. Di ba tama? Without a warrant? Their invitation?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
O now, para hindi kayo makasuhan, nag-waive siya. Pumirma ng waiver, tama?
Hindi ko alam, Mr. Chair, kung nag-waiver siya because my investigator, sila yun, Mr. Chair eh. Usually, Mr. Chair, pag head
Mr.
ka ng
Wilkins.
office,
Mr. Wilkins, ikaw yung head of office, napakalaking project, tapos hindi mo alam, tapos hinayaan mo yung mga tao mo na papirmahin yung subject or yung suspect for a waiver?
Mr. Chair, as head of office, ang in charge dyan is investigator. I delegate the job sa investigator. Anyway, Mr. Chair, may lawyer sila, Mr. Chair eh.
But in that case, Mr. Wilkins, are you not liable if ever there will be a violation of the rights of because you're just at the head and there is an investigator? Ito, theoretical lang.
Mr.
Are
Chair,
you not liable? Theoretical hindi ko sinasabi na he has all the bases of his overclaim.
usually, Mr. Chair, sa...
Hindi nga. At tinatanong ko, theoretical. Hypothetical. Theoretical. Are you liable or not?
No, Mr. Chair.
Why?
Dahil hindi naman...
But you are the head of
Yes, Mr.
the office.
Yes,
If-
Mr. Chair.
If illegal activity or whatever violation of law under your office, as the head of office, you are liable, especially in this case. Especially in this case, this is a very big project of your office. Oh,
Mr.
CSC
Chair.
nandito. Ito, CSC, this is not, CSC, this is not the subject. Are you a lawyer, sir?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, and to all the other members of the
This is the subject for in your invitation, no? But tanongin na kita. In this case, eto, hypothetical lang. If the investigator of Wilkins violates the right of the suspect, is he not liable of any case?
Mr. Chair, there are circumstances that has to be met for the principle of command responsibility to apply to the extent that the principal may be liable. Because, Mr. Chair, as explained by former Executive Director General Villanueva, he mentioned that he delegated the conduct of, if I heard him correctly, the conduct of that operation to his
No,
investigation.
that is not the conduct of
So-
the operation, the conduct of the investigation,
Conduct
of the
investigation,
interrogation,
Mr. Chair.
of the interrogation.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Pero sa project, nandun siya. Directly being supervised by Mr. Wilkins.
Like,
At inamin niya yan. Well, in fact, nagyabang pa siya dito. That is not a project of a Sierto, that is my project. And that's in record. Now, in that case, Attorney,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
is he liable?
Again, Mr. Chair, as I've mentioned nga po, there are circumstances that would qualify
Cora
for it.
Paduano,
Ah.
the indulgence na nilang attorney. Ang tanong natin is he liable on the basis of command responsibility?
Mr. Chair, as I am explaining, there should be qualifying circumstances present in a case for a principal to be liable under command responsibility.
There is, just like what you've said, that he delegated the authority to investigate. Kumonte de Ramos. Hindi na makapagsasabi ngayon, patay na eh. Palagay ko, namatay siya dahil dyan eh.
Mr. Chair,
Pangalawa, walang arrest warrant. Is that a violation too?
Mr. Chair, if I heard the representation of Mr. Villanueva correctly a while ago, the matter is already decided with finality in the Supreme Court. I would not like to comment on the merits thereof as it may violate our duty as lawyer as far as there is already a decision made by the Supreme Court. But again, with regard po doon sa possible accountability, administrative accountability or liability of Mr. Villanueva as the principal or head of the office during the time of that conduct of investigation, it will all depend po dun sa mga attending circumstances. Because as I mentioned, Mr. Chair, one of the requirements is that the principal should know that there is an irregularity or an omission that was committed, and despite knowing of such irregularity or wrong committed by his subordinates, he failed to take corrective actions on the matter. So
The irregularity caused the brokenness of the family actually. Anyway, Miss Jed, nabanggit mo na hanggang ngayon, hindi mo alam kung buhay pa o patay na ang iyong asawa? Hanggang ngayon, hindi mo alam.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe part ng paraphernalia, tama po ba, na dinadala niya sa Dumoy?
Cartons, Mr. Chair.
Mga cartons.
Yes.
Okay, so suspected of something contraband na po pwedeng gamitin. Tama ho ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so ibig sabihin, you've been doing surveillance on Ms. Jed Pilapil and Mr. Alan C.
Marami, Mr. Chair. Pati yung Alex Kim,
Okay.
naka-ano na rin yun, Mr. Chair.
So I presume that since you were doing surveillance, you know Ms. Jed Pilapil and Ms. Alan C goes to DCLA store.
May mga footages na nagpupunta sila
yes
doon
po. So can you confirm
sa
na
DCLA.
alam niyo po yung DCLA?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ilang taon na po kayong operative ng PDEA in Davao City?
Since NAR group ako doon, Mr. Chair, 2001, hanggang 2007 ako sa Davao City, Mr. Chair.
And have you ever encountered, for example, or learned that the owner of DCLA is a Chinese?
Hindi ko, we are not particular, kasi ang laki ng DCLA, Mr. Chair eh. Iba't ibang talagang ang laki nun. Ang concern namin yon during that time is yung display area, yung Polytex na foam, na kung saan naandun sila.
Yeah, but
But yung meeting ni Hongming and Alan C, wala kaming footage nun or
Yeah, but
walang report on that, Mr. Chair.
yeah, because apparently, Mr. Chair, what nagiging curious lang ako because the way I understood your explanation in the previous hearing is that you've dedicated time, invested your so much resources just to pin down Alan C. And I just got curious why pag tinanong kita, since nagsisurveillance ka, how come you did not even at least bother to know why the C couple have been going to this DSLA store and what are the business there At saka you never bothered to asking people who owns this DCLA, which apparently I see Hongmen na siya pala yung Michael Tan. Kasi 'di ba General Wilkins, no? We've been asking you kung bakit there was never any instance where in your report si Michael Tan ay nasali doon sa matrix nung ano. Sabi nyo, si Asierto lang, narinig nyo lang si Asierto. It was never in the part of your investigation. So ngayon that Ms. Jed is saying na hindi, kilala na nila si Hongmen, that's Michael Tan, nagiging na ano lang ako, medyo na intrigue lang ako. Bakit doon nagkaroon ng some gap doon sa missing nung inyong surveillance to a point na hindi nyo man lang tiningnan kung ano yung interest ng si couple na pupunta sila doon sa DCLA, which happens to be a common knowledge is owned by a Chinese, na hindi mo lang kayo magtanong na 3 months kayo nag-invest ng time, resources, and operatives. Bakit po ganun?
Mr. Chair, kasi initially talagang walang Michael Yang sa personalities. Kung if you will remember back yung statement ni Asierto, nag-start yung Michael Yang noong 2016. Kasi kung may Michael Yang, again, kung may Michael Yang doon sa 2004, isinaama namin siya sa pag-file ng kaso, Mr. Chair. So during that time, wala talagang Michael Yang na lumalabas or Hongming na lumalabas.
Pero kilala nyo po, na alam nyo po na ang may-ari nung store na yon ay isang Chinese by the
Chinese,
name of
Mr. Chair.
by the
Common
name of
knowledge yun,
Hongmin.
Mr. Chair, sa Davao.
At alam nyo po na Hongmin din yung pangalan.
Hindi ko, sir, we did not bother to ask because he was not our person of interest during that time.
Shouldn't it be part of the, I don't know kasi I don't know how you do your surveillance in your case building strategies, but shouldn't be a matter of interest also since they've been going to this store a couple of times? Would that at least pique your interest?
Mr. Chair, kasi talagang task priority requirement kami. Kukunti lang kasi kami, Mr. Chair eh. Kaya nga, yung beforehand nag-start kami, nag-usap kami ni Colonel Asierto, sino ba yung mga personalities natin? Before we started, walang Michael Yan or Hongmin na nakalagay doon, Mr. Chair. So, we concentrated on the different personalities na doable na naandyan. So, one of those surveillance operations that we conducted, pumupunta sila JEDC dun sa lugar. But, display area kasi ng politics yun si Mr. Chair eh. That is owned by Alan C. dun sa Bunawan, Davao City.
Anyway, I will not labor on that point, Mr. Chair. I just find it interesting why a big project, hindi nila miss out nila yung ganun. No? And then just so happened, it's curious, naging curious lang ako kasi Hongming and Michael Yang are one and the same as positively identified by Ms. Jed. Tapos samantalang, I mean, ang kinakatakutan ko dito, Mr. Chair, I'm sorry, Mr. Wilkins Villar, I'm not pointing fingers at you. Baka may cover-up nangyayari, Madam Chair. Kasi if we are really try to dig deeper into this case, no, si Hongmin and Michael Yang, andun sa Matrix, is known to be one of the drug lords, Chinese drug lords, who happens to own a store where Miss Jed and his husband, Alan C., goes to and do business while the PIDEA is doing a 24-hour surveillance for 3 months. I don't know if you can answer that, Mr. Chairman. You're smarter than I. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. General Wilkins, question lang, no? Si Johnson Chua, who is allegedly the biggest drug lord in Davao, sinurveillance nyo rin yan?
Actually, yung Johnson Chua, Mr. Chair, is lumabas lang dun sa toll log namin. Wala kaming muka until nung after sa clandestine laboratory operation.
Nagkaroon na siya ng muka?
Nagkaroon siya ng muka, Mr. Chair. Kaya kung makikita nyo dun sa picture kanina, Johnson Chua, silhouette.
Oo.
So, ang priority namin talaga, Mr. Chair, is Johnson Chua, who is the financier, Alan C., who is the operations officer, and Alex Kim, yung nag-rent ng Dumoy apartment kay Jed Pilapil C., Mr. Chair.
So parang considered din na drug lord itong si Alan C.
Yes, Mr. Chair, siyang operations officer, Mr. Chair.
Correct me if I'm wrong, kasi may image of a drug lord is someone who is driving a fancy car, surrounded by armed bodyguards. Ito sa drug lord na to, hindi ganon.
Hindi ganon, Mr. Chair.
Okay, sige. Salamat po. Now, we recognize...
Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of Congressman Gutierrez, I just have one question.
Okay, make sure just one.
Just one,
Okay,
just one.
thank you.
But it's a very long one. Ma'am Jed, matanong ko lang, sinabi ninyo meron kayong display doon sa DCLA?
Yes, Your
Yeah,
Honor.
so that's not a question, that's a statement, Mr. Chair. Now I'm gonna go to my question. Ilang buwan nyo pong dinidisplay yung mga produkto nyo doon?
Actually po, bago lang kasi yung yung Politex, kaya hindi ko ma-remember kung ilang buwan, pero hindi siguro siya nag-last ng mga 2 months. Basta madali lang talaga.
Mabilis lang.
2004, opo. Kasi kakaumpisa lang po ng Politex, tapos nangyari po ito. So wala, ano lang yun, siguro mga October, November, mga ganun po.
At doon sa another question, Mr. Chair. Ilang beses mo nakitang kasama at nag-uusap yung Mr. mo at saka si Michael Yang?
Pag pupunta po kasi kami, magkasabay po kami. Pag pupunta doon, sila lang po nag-uusap kasi hindi po talaga ako makaintindi lahat-lahat. Ano lang, konti lang po na Chinese ang naiintindihan ko.
When
Kaya,
you say doon sa DCLA o doon sa bahay, saan ba sila
hindi, sa
nag-uusap?
DCLA po. Pupunta kasi kami doon, di ba, halimbawa mag-check kami yung inventory ng yung mga mattress. So, hindi ko naman talaga maano kasi kung mag-usap man sila, hindi ganun siguro katagal kasi pag uuwi kami siya, nagda-drive ng sasakyan, so sabay kami.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to put down that in my notes. Thank you.
Thank you, DSJJ. Congressman Roger Gutierrez, you have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, most of our questions have been asked already. I'll just try to make this quick po, no? But before anything, maybe you know, Mr. Chair, through the ComSec, if SPO4 Carrillo has made an appearance today.
ComSec? Si SPO4 Carrillo ba nandrito?
But Mr. Chair, we made the invitation. For
Yes,
last
we
time.
did invite him, and he did not even send a letter of excuse. So wala, yes.
So Mr. Chair, maybe later we can take it up on admin matters po siguro. If I recall correctly, SPO4 Carrillo was supposed to bridge the gap between the Dumoy raid, in between PIDEA and BI. Unfortunately, now that we have the testimony of Ms. Pilapil C, we could have patched it all together, but given na wala po siya, I think we might still have to have that invitation. So at the proper time po, siguro, Mr. Chair.
At the proper time,
Yes.
Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Chair, proceeding po, no, I'd like to direct my first questions to former Director General Villanueva. Sir, good evening po. I hope you'll indulge this representation po, no. I know you've already given your testimony on this for the past how many hearings already, but you have to understand we're trying to stitch together your testimony, Asierto, Las Cañas, and now, of course, si Ms. Pilapil C. Just to quick background po, no? You've mentioned this earlier that tama po ba, is it fair to say that these 4 raid, well, the Arlene apartment was not a raid, no? But the raid on the Dumoy laboratory, Arlene apartment, Politex compound, and then the Agdao warehouse, were these all related?
Yes, Mr. Chair. But the Arlene apartment was not a raid, Mr. Chair. We just visited the Arlene apartment.
So these 4 localities in which you have conducted, the 3 were raids and 1 was just a visitation for invitation to interrogate po, no? These were all linked by what po? Ano yung naging base pa? This is all centered around Mr. Alex C.
It was all centered on the surveillance and casing operation for 3 months, Mr. Chair. And of course, centered on Alan C, Mr. Chair.
So it's centered on Mr. Alex C, and they're all related in the sense po na based on your findings, the Dumoy property is the laboratory, the Arlene apartment housed the chemists, and maybe know the relation po of the what were the other one?
Agdao, Mr. Chair.
Agdao warehouse and the
Bunawan, Mr.
Bunawan.
Chair.
So
Yes.
ano po yung relation ng Bunawan and Agdao?
Yung Dumoy, Mr. Chair, yun yung clandestine laboratory. Yung Arlene apartment, Mr. Chair, is doon nakatira sila Alan C. At doon dumiretso yung 2 chemist galing sa Maynila papuntang Davao. So naging place of interest namin yung Arlene apartment. Yung Agdao, Mr. Chair, is doon naglalagi si Mr. Kim, one of those who died during the raid, doon naglalagi si Alex Kim. May bibilihin, tapos pupunta doon with yung aluminum truck niya. So, point of interest pa rin namin yung Agdao. Yung Bunawan, Mr. Chair, is, I believe, owned by Alex Kim. At doon naman sila magkasama ni Jong Pilapil. And that Bunawan, the Polytex Corporation, ito po yung foam factory nila Alan C. at Jed Pilapil. Na andun, Mr. Chair, doon namin nakuha yung napakalaking air scrubber. Air scrubber is walang use on industrial. Ang air scrubber is only used para sa Shabu Laboratory. And tinanong namin ang Amerikano tungkol dito, pinicturan, actually bumisita doon yung Amerikano, ang sabi niya, this will be used for mega laboratory somewhere. Kasi sinabi namin na andito na yung Dumoy. No, it will not be used there. It will be used somewhere. So maybe they are preparing those equipment, the air scrubber, somewhere para makapag set up ng another laboratory, Mr. Chair. And luckily, yung Agdao, Mr. Chair, naandun lahat yung mga precursors, controlled precursors and essential chemicals na panggawa ng shabu. At dun sa Polytex International, Mr. Chair, is naandun yung air scrubber, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. And Dumoy was an actual operating lab.
Actual laboratory, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, just to drive the point earlier po, no, you mentioned that you had an organic membership in your... This was not PIDEA yet po, no, at the time? This was the predecessor?
Wala pang actual PIDEA dyan, Mr. Chair, kasi kagagawa lang ng PIDEA, 2002 eh. 2004, pulis pa po yung galing NARCOM, yun yung naging PIDEA. Tapos ang ginamit ko po doon ay members din ng Police Anti-Crime and Emergency Response and some of the personnel from Regional Mobile Group 11, Mr. Chair.
So this was already a composite
Composite,
group,
including yung AIDSOT ni Colonel Asierto, Mr. Chair.
But Mr. Chair, at the time, those under your command, what was your position and title po at this time? What was your office?
I'm the regional director of PIDEA Regional
So may
Office
PIDEA
11.
na po at this
Yes,
time.
Mr. Chair.
Newly created 2002. It's just
Yes,
that wala
Mr.
pang
Chair.
tao. So how many organic members of PIDEA did you have at your
Wala
command?
pang, kami, sir, Mr. Chair, wala pa kaming 15.
Okay, so
Kaya
not
nga,
even
kumuha ako
15.
na ibang tao sa PACER, kumuha ako na ibang tao sa Regional Mobile Group.
And
Mr.
this
Chair.
included si Mr. Madre Ramos po ba?
Monte de Ramos, Mr.
Monte
Chair.
de Ramos
Yes,
is
Mr. Chair.
organic member ng PIDEA.
Hindi, Mr. Chair, kasi galing siya ng NDEP before. Hiniram ko lang muna siya para maging PIDEA. Actually, wala talagang organic talaga na PIDEA kasi panay police kami, Mr. Chair.
So, Mr. Chair, at the time when you composed this group, you had actual supervision of this operation.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So I think this is just going back to the point of Chairman Abante when asking if you had, if we were talking about command responsibility. It's not something na may organization that you were detached. You had not really handpicked, but you requested to come up with this group and you had direct supervision. This is not to imply anything. Of course, you enjoy the presumption of regularity. But I just wanted to point out po, siguro at what Chairman Abante was saying, that in relation to command responsibility and whether there would be liabilities, I think there was a very close-knit and direct part for your team as a whole. I don't think it was that detached. But we'll go back to that at a later time, Mr. Villanueva. So you have an organic group of 15 plus coming from the other law enforcement agency personnel that you could muster. And you conducted this operation centered around Mr. Alex C. Tama po? Alex? Yung husband, Alan, sorry. Mr. Alan C., Alex Kim, and then the Pilapil siblings. And that's how you conducted the four. So at this operation, I wouldn't want to say casualties po, Mr. Villanueva, no? But during the operation, the Dumoy lab, there were 6 fatalities. Tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Were there any live capture, live suspects? That were
Wala po,
apprehended?
Mr. Chair.
Wala. So just
Wala
the 6. Then from the Arlene apartment, you had 13 based on the blotter na you invited for interrogation.
Hindi nga ako pa familiar, Mr. Chair. But because based on the blotter, maybe there's 13 of them. But hindi ako familiar kung ilan ang actual nun, Mr. Chair.
So that's just based on the blotter po. So sa
Yes,
Arlene
Mr.
apartment.
Chair.
For the Agdao and the Bunawan raids, wala pong
Walang
na.
tao, Mr.
So this is mostly just the air scrubber sa Bunawan and then the precursor chemicals in Agdao.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So if we're talking about personality suspects, you have 6 killed in action in Agdao, in Dumoy, and then the 11 that were investigated. Out of the 13, sorry. So out of the 13 that you invited for interrogation, and you don't recall po no, how many. Eventually, according to the plotter, you turned it over to the Bureau of Immigration. And doon po tayo nagkalituan po, no?
Yes, Mr.
Last hearing, you said you don't remember how many you turned over. The Bureau in Bureau of Immigration naman wouldn't know also how many they received. That's why po we were trying to invite si SPO4 Carrillo. And why is that po again, Mr. Villanueva? Mr. Carrillo was under your command po ba? And siya yung in charge? ng
He was
custody
my
nila?
operations officer during that time, Mr. Chair.
And he was definitely in charge of the turnover to the Bureau of Immigration.
Actually, Mr. Chair, dahil nagkakaganong-ganon na kami, so may mga lakad sila, Carrillo, na sila na yung lumakad. And part of that is sila na nga yung turnover nung mga Chinese do sa immigration, Mr. Chair. So, personal knowledge, wala akong personal knowledge actual dun sa ginawa ni Carrillo. Pero part of that is, ito yung sinasabi ko na kung anong mga kailangan yung gawin, you do it because everything was delegated. Meron akong team para mag-file ng kaso, meron akong team para to conduct further investigation, meron akong team to collate other pieces of evidence for future anti-drug operation. So, ganun na yun, Mr. Chair. So, kung ano yung ginawa nun nila Carrillo, nila Monte de Ramos, it was delegated, Mr. Chair.
Of course, Mr. Villanueva, Mr. Chair, that's precisely why we would like to invite SPO4 Carrillo. And that's why we reiterated that. Kasi siya nga po talaga may personal knowledge. We don't doubt that you have or do not have personal knowledge on this matter. We understand the delegation of powers that you had to conduct. But we just wanted to know po that in fact we are looking for the right person. Si SPO4 Carrillo talaga yung in charge regarding the invitation for interrogation. So with that, Mr. Chair, we'd like to know what you do know for personal knowledge regarding that January 1 invitation. So, tama po ba? You confirmed as questioned by Chairman Nabante that you invited si Ms. Jed Pilapil-C noong January 1. Tama po ba?
Marami ring dinala sa office eh. Marami ring dinala sa immigration kasi kasama doon Davao City Police Office, Mr. Chair eh. So composite pa rin yun eh, composite. So kanya-kanyang investigation, hindi kasi kaya ng PDEA to conduct its own investigation sa ganung karaming tao. So we delegated some people na imbestigahan ng EDSOT, imbestigahan ng Davao City Police Office, at imbestigahan ng PDEA. So during that time, si Jed Pilapil, dun sa PDEA because she's the main person of interest namin, Mr. Chair.
Wait, so, Mr. Villanueva, through the chairman, most respectfully, you had information that chemists from the USDA came from Manila po, no? Arrived, and you have not identified yet sino yung chemist. You were able to get 13 people from Arlene Apartments. Tapos, dinivide po ninyo kung sino ang mag-interrogate.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Parang ganun na nangyari, Mr. Chair.
Wouldn't that be odd? Because if you're trying to investigate as to one piece, shouldn't it be that the PDEA as the lead agency, you said that this was your operation. You should have the bird's eye view po kung ano ang alam, what is the involvement of certain personalities. Paano yun? So like, there would be independent investigations, interrogations, tapos nagpapasahan na lang po kayo ng information.
No, Mr. Chair. Physically, Mr. Chair, yung PDEA office is as big as this. Maliit lang ang PDEA office during that time, Mr. Chair. Hindi namin kayang ipunin lahat yung tao doon at investigahan lahat.
So you're talking about custody?
No, yung investigation, Mr. Chair. Kasi hindi kakasyang lahat ng tao na andyan na napakaliit ng office namin. So I decided, sige, ikaw ang mag-handle dito, kuha ka, mag-handle ang EDSOT. Meron din silang iniimbestigahan. So sa PIDEA, ang priority namin is yung nakukunan namin to sa video at surveillance footages.
So you made selections naman po. Out
Yes.
of 13, you identified which ones you would
Yes,
prioritize sa PDEA.
Si SPO4 Carillo, Mr. Chair, ang nag-decide kung sino yung si SPO4 Carillo and of course Monte de Ramos ang nag-decide kung sino yung kakausapin nila, Mr. Chair.
So at the time po, what was identified? Definitely, we have Ms. Jed Pilapilsi. And would you recall who else were brought to the PDEA?
Hindi ko matandaan talaga, Mr. Chair.
But you remember having Ms. Jed Pilapilsi there for the investigation?
Right after the investigation, Mr. Chair. Kasi maliit lang yung office nga, makikita mo eh. Meron lang akong maliit na kwarto, but sa labas naman siya kinakausap. So, most probably nakita ko. But I cannot remember clearly kung what transpired during that time. Mr.
But wouldn't it be po, kung maliit yung inyong opisina, mas maalala mo kung sino-sino po yung nandun? Kasi maliit nga po and you only had how many of them? in custody?
Nakita ko, Mr. Chair. Nakita ko. But yung actual interview on her, I did not witness during the actual interview, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Villanueva. I had more questions, but I think
Yes.
at a later time when we have SPO4